Well, this week we are honoring first responders and EMTs, and they are often the front lines of saving lives. With the weather warming up, these volunteers have to be ready for all sorts of emergencies. News 12 New Jersey's Jim Murdoch is at the Morganville First Aid in Monmouth County with some of those volunteers right there with you.
Good morning. That's right. Yeah, these are the guys, and there's also quite a few volunteer women out there saving lives on the front lines. And just to give you folks at home an idea of how busy they are, here in Morganville, it's not a big community, but in 2020, they responded to 960 calls, a combination of 16,000 volunteer hours put in. And we're joined by one of those volunteers right now, Paul Nebb, 17 years on the squad here. And today, temperatures could hit 90 degrees in some spots. Not a lot of humidity, but that means calls for heat-related illnesses could be on the rise. What do you notice? What do you first look for when you arrive on scene to one of those calls?
Yeah, so anyone with a heat-related emergency, likely going to have a elevated high body temperature, possibly becoming pale, feeling warm, a little dizzy, a little out of it. And those are definitely some signs of a heat emergency.
Now, it doesn't have to be 100 degrees out there. You could be in the direct sun today and start to feel overcome, especially early in the year. Talk about that if you wouldn't mind.
You know, it's kind of the shock. You know, a lot of us are coming out of winter. We're coming out of, a lot of us coming out of being home for a while, not traveling. And just the sudden shift in body in the weather. You think, oh, I don't need the sunscreen. I don't need to be conscious of the time that I'm outside. It's nice. I'm going to go out and enjoy myself, right?
So if you are around somebody who starts to display some of those symptoms, what can they do? I know you have some tools here, but what can somebody around somebody suffering one of these heat-related illnesses do before you men and women get there?
Yeah, so the first thing, obviously, get the victim out of the heating element. Bring them, if you can, to a cold car. If you're outside, under a tree, back in the house, anything, get them out of the heat. Next thing, obviously, get them cooled down. Use a towel, use some ice, apply it around the neck to the legs, try to cool down that body temperature. And if they're able to drink, definitely I recommend drinking Gatorade versus water or anything else. Gatorade, other sports drinks have electrolytes. Obviously, if they can drink, if they're unconscious, you don't want to give them something to drink.
And it's something that could sneak up on you too.
Can come out of the blue. We see all the time, someone's fine 1 minute, and the next minute they're falling out of it.
All right, we'll come back and talk to you guys in the next hour. We're going to have some personal stories of how the first aid squad here in Morganville saved lives, and that's what your job is. None of these folks are getting paid for it. They're here on their own free time to help you folks at home. Paul, thank you so much.